Hi guys, welcome to IAS with Santosh. Guys, in this video, I am again going to solve a previous year history question, medieval history question in particular, using my option elimination technique. Guys, first of all, I would like to thank every one of you who gave a lot of love to my last option elimination video where I solved the history question using these techniques. Guys, many of you thanked me, but there are few who were very skeptical. Will this technique apply for every question? So guys, I'm here with 2022 medieval history question and I'm going to solve that question using my option elimination technique. Guys, there are many option elimination technique which is available in the internet, but if you really want to score, then you have to know all the techniques which I have discovered, and I am going to teach all these techniques in my option elimination webinar which I am going to conduct somewhere in the month end. The link is in the description box. Please check the details and please do attend the webinar. I am going to teach you a lot. Guys, in civil services, always remember that you should have an edge over other candidates. How can you have edge over other candidates? Everyone is reading the same book, same NCRTs, same Lakshmikant. So what is your winning edge? The winning edge is option elimination webinar. Guys, techniques which has helped me also to score very high marks. So that, guys, please do learn these techniques. Please do master these techniques if you really want to score very high marks, particularly if you are aiming for Indian Forest Service. So let us start with a history question, which came in Civil Services Examination 2022. So let us start, guys. Let us read this question. With reference to Indian history, consider the following statements. The first Mongol invasion of India happened during the reign of Jalaluddin Khalji. The second statement says, during the reign of Alauddin Khalji, one Mongol assault marched up to the Delhi and besieged the city. The third statement says that Muhammad bin Tughlaq temporarily lost portions of northwest of his kingdom to the Mongols. So you can see this, you can see it from this statement. The question is very factual. The question is very factual, and if you don't know this information, if you don't know the information, many people will get scared and they will not even read the question. I'm telling you, most of you who have taken the prelims examination 2022, did you attempt this question even? Many of you will read the first line and will leave the question, will skip the question, will go to the next question. But if you have mastered my techniques, if you have mastered my option elimination technique, then you can solve this in seconds. You can solve this in seconds. Really, I'm saying you can solve this in seconds, and I'm proving today that UPSC also wants you to solve this using my techniques. I'm making a very strong statement. I'm making a very strong statement, but I'm very confident about that. UPSC also wants to use you these techniques. Let me prove you how. So guys, there is one option elimination technique which I have discovered, that in UPSC, extreme words are generally incorrect. In extreme words, one of the extreme word is what? First, last. These are extreme words. Generally in UPSC, these extreme words are incorrect. Generally in UPSC, these extreme words are incorrect. And let me share another technique which applies here. There are many techniques. See, all the techniques will not apply in all the questions. 2-3 techniques applies in one question. There are more than 10 techniques. The second technique is that if there are two statements, which are similar in nature, so at least one will be correct. At least one will be correct. You can see this. Let us see this now. Let us try to solve this. So if we read the statement again, the first statement says the first Mongol invasion. You see the word first Mongol invasion. Generally, first, last in UPSC, generally those statements are incorrect. You can see here, you can cut this, Now, easily you are in 50%. Your chances have increased 50-50. Let us read these two statements. The second statement says, during the reign of Alauddin Khalji. And the third statement says, Muhammad bin Tughlaq temporarily lost portions of northwest of his kingdom, okay, to the Mongols. So guys, you can see here the first statement is also talking about the Khalji dynasty. The second statement is also talking about Khalji dynasty. So at least one has to be correct. So the answer is 2 only. You can see UPSC, if it wants to confuse you, they can give you 2 and 3 only. They can give you 2 and 3 only to confuse you. But UPSC does not want to confuse you. UPSC wants you to use this optionalization technique. And you can see this technique says that if 2 statements are of similar kind, at least one has to be correct. At least one has to be correct. The first statement is incorrect, so second statement has to be correct, and the answer is 2 only. If UPSC had to really test your knowledge, let me again make my statement very clearly. If UPSC had to check your knowledge, then they will give you option 2 and 3 only. Here they can give you 2 and 3 only. Okay, they can give you 2 and 3 only, and then you will be confused. But UPSC wants you to apply the techniques. UPSC wants you to apply the techniques, and the technique says what? First technique, extreme statements are incorrect. So first, last, these kinds of statements are incorrect. You see, first is gone, and you can see the second statement. The second rule says what? Similar kind of statements. If there are 2-3 statements, at least one has to be correct. You can see if first is wrong, at least second has to be correct, and we get the answer 2 only. Okay. Now let me tell you. Okay, many people are confused which resources in history to follow. Okay. So guys, I have traced this question also to the NCERTs. You can see here, okay, little bit only information is given in the new NCERT. You can see here, little bit information is given in the new NCERT book. The entire information is not there to solve the question. The entire information is not there to solve this question. You can see here, the Mongols under Genghis Khan invaded, okay, northeast Iran in 2019, and the Delhi Sultanate faced their onslaught soon after. Mongol attacks on Delhi Sultanate increased during the reign of Alauddin Khalji and in the early years of Muhammad bin Tughlaq's rule. You see, both Alauddin Khalji and Muhammad bin Tughlaq, okay, they have been mentioned in the new NCERT that they had to face Mongol invasion, but exact details of this has not been mentioned. And you see, the statement says this forced these 2 rulers to raise an army, which led to administrative challenges. So whenever, okay, logical statements are given in logical statements are given in the NCERT, UPSC will frame questions on that. You see, why, okay, why army was raised by, okay, Tughlaq and Khaljis. Why army was raised? Because of the Mongol invasion. So whenever why is given in the NCERT explained, generally UPSC will frame questions on that. But exact details of this question is available in the old NCERT. That is why I always tell, read only one book. Read the old NCERT. Read only the old NCERT. No need to read many books. Just read old NCERT and the boxes of new NCERT. You see, exactly in the old NCERT they have mentioned the Mongol attempt to invade Delhi and everything, Alauddin Khilji, okay, everything, exact details they have mentioned, and they have written down exactly what happened when Mongols invaded, and they have said that it will thus be seen that during the entire 13th century the Sultanate of Delhi had to face serious dangers from the northwest. Although the Mongols were gradually able to bring almost the entire Punjab as well as Kashmir under their control and to threaten Delhi, due to the firmness and vigor of the Turkish rulers and their diplomacy, this threat was averted. This threat was averted. So we can easily say that third statement is incorrect. Third statement is incorrect, which is said that Muhammad bin Tughlaq lost his empire to the Khaljis, to the Mongols. So third statement becomes incorrect. But let me tell you, solving using knowledge only, very difficult in the exam if you are not from the history optional. Therefore guys, I have been telling you, please use my optionalization technique. If you really like the technique which I have shared today and I have solved this question, okay, please do like my video. And please guys, one more thing I would like to tell you here. Okay, one more announcement I have for you. Okay, guys, I have been giving important questions. I have been giving important questions as a part of my, okay, as a part of my Optima program. Please use these important questions. Okay, 8 sectional test means 800 questions. 100 important history questions, 100 important polity questions, 100 important economic questions. Okay, please do solve these questions. Lot of questions you can get from these tests. Also, these tests are made where you can use this optional elimination technique. Guys, in the India, the problem is that many aspirants, they know few of the techniques, but they are not able to master this technique because none of the tests, okay, they help you master this technique. Optima tests are the only tests in the country which help you master these techniques. Guys, one more thing I would like to tell again, just I would like to make a repetition that, okay, this webinar is going to be held month end. This month end, please check the link in the description and please do support this video so that more and more aspirants, okay, get to know this optional elimination techniques, particularly the first attempt, the second attempt. Guys, I'm not worried about fifth attempt. I'm not worried about sixth attempt because they have a lot of knowledge. They have an edge over you in terms of knowledge. How can you defeat a person who is studying for 5 years, 6 years? How can you defeat him? You can only defeat him using these skills. You can only have an extra edge over him using these skills. Knowledge will never help you get very high scores in the UPSC. Guys, I have scored one of the highest marks in the UPSC not by knowledge. Let me tell you, not by knowledge. Even if you ask me to solve that question, medieval question, just by knowledge, I would not be able to solve inside the exam hall, inside that pressure of exam. But using my optional elimination technique, using my calmness, using my common sense, I would be able to solve that question. So guys, please do support the video if you want more such videos to come in the future. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Take care.